how are you settling in?
Hard to say, cop man. Signs in here are distinctly wild. Gonna take a while before everything's properly synced. I did get to talk to the crabman though.
You mean Tiago?
Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of this place. Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us.
You mean all his mother's love stuff isn't too spooky for you? You mean all his sobriety stuff isn't too restrictive for you? What do you mean? Isn't too spooky?
Have you been listening to what Egg's been saying? Love is hardcore, man. And the mother's love is the hardest core of all. The man picks up on stuff. And he knows a lot about the church. I got a lot to learn from him. Good thing you didn't squash him.
I wanted to talk some more about this place. What did Tiago tell you about this church?
The crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs.
Oh, afternoon.
As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
Do you mean there are dead bodies here? What's it for? Do you mean there are dead bodies here?
Not like a literal sarcophagus. I'm just being metaphorical.
What's it for?
Encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs.
Thanks for the follow, by the way. Right,
No,
now,
this is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church, surrounding it, to contain it.
okay, the game's going pretty well, as you can see on day 4, got some things going on well, some things, some skill checks I've continued to fail, like intimidating the Hardy Boys. But yeah, I think it's going well. I'm really enjoying the game though. It's a fantastic game. I love it. I don't get it. Contain what exactly? Huh, spooky. Let's talk about something else. Let's just hear how he explains this silence in there.
I don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either, what it does. But it's what this sonar person is looking for and trying to measure.
He nods towards the woman.
It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
The wood creaks as a gale blows by. Outside, dust particles fall through the darkness, settling down on the age-bleached floorboards. The structure does not feel particularly durable.
This building seems less than structurally sound. What makes you think Suna's going to fail? This building seems less than structurally sound.
It's pretty fucking unsound if you ask me. They should have built a club for anodic music around it instead. Anodic music will definitely contain whatever we're dealing with.
His words echo in the chamber.
And if it can't, well...
He shrugs non-committally. Yeah, failure seems to be a bit of a theme, especially with Harry over here. Yeah, but I actually like that. And honestly, it's kind of entertaining how you know, when you mess up some skill checks, how you just really embarrass yourself. What makes you think Suna's going to fail?
Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like substance.
I found a doomed commercial area in Martinez proper. Maybe it's the same thing with... maybe it's the same thing the Ubies were trying to contain?
Like a concentric ring spreading out. The struggling villages. And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here.
You think there's any merit to the theory? Now that I think of it, it doesn't sound plausible. Do you think there's any merit to the theory?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, cop man. Even I have limits. I'm a limited-size person.
Well, if it's without substances, I guess there's nothing to worry about.
Maybe you can figure things out, cop man. I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well.
Why are you so suspicious about everything?
Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced.
Why are you called Noid anyway?
It's short for paranoid.
May I ask you why? What good is being suspicious? What are you suspicious of? Got it? Tell me something else. What are you suspicious of?
It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away.
And what are the most suspicious things?
I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left-right complex would be number 1. Number 2 would be their sole accomplishment, the pig-wheat paradigm.
Something is off here. You feel like it should be the other way around.
Does that mean you're mentally ill? Don't you mean the left-right paradigm and the pig-wheat complex? Tell me more about the left-right business. What's suspicious about the production of pork and wheat? Well, that was certainly stimulating. I want to ask you about something else. Don't you mean the left-right paradigm and the pig-wheat complex?
No. Politics is an inert complex of daily corruption and inane think pieces. The real paradigm is economic, and it concerns pig and wheat.
Yeah, this game really has some things that you could just completely miss if you just didn't notice it or something, and then it's something like that, just this whole thing. My character is currently a communist, or a communard, I guess.
This is where the innovation happens. It's only a theory, but I suspect they're breeding a pig-wheat hybrid. Probably in Grad.
That seems plausible, yes. Tell me more about the left-right business.
I prefer not to. Both ask the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental. Their combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone. The end goal of humanity. The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray. Far from our true lives, but we may yet find a way back.
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this mythology.
What's suspicious about the production of pork and wheat?
It's our only shit. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves.
What's bad about cereal grain? Having enough food could be a precursor for greater things. What's bad about animals? Animals are cute. Yeah, it's our only shit and we fucking suck at it. What's bad about cereal grain? Having enough food could be a precursor for greater things.
Yes, having food is means to an end. But the left never talks about the end, only the means. Caps are likewise suckers, constantly sleepless in worry.
Well, that was certainly stimulating. I want to ask you about something else now.
His eyes flicker.
Not about this place. You mentioned true life. What would that be?
The life is true if it's free from fear, an internal division among oneself. In others, mankind has seeds of greatness in it. A germinal will come, a return to trueness. It will be hardcore.
How would you go about returning to this true life?
Beats and bright lights to shatter falsehoods. Nerve impulses for the collective body. We are very much alike in basic structure. An hard enough beat would awaken everyone to a truer calling. In unity.
Just like that. The speed freak is right in your face. His eyes burning. His comrades look on worriedly. Rejection of the right-left axis. Emphasis on unity. Appreciation of some primordial mode of being. What does that remind you of?
Sort of like fascism then?
Nationalism, militarism, racism, and emphasis on a leader character are totally absent in hardcore.
The words echo through the church majestically. Fair enough, I'm just making an observation, I didn't mean it as a bad thing, but shouldn't the ones that are more hardcore rule over the ones that are less hardcore, offer them guidance? Fair enough, I was just making an observation.
He picks up a wrench and scratches his head with it, unaroused by fascism.
So you're advocating a noise-based society. You keep mentioning hardcore. What does it mean to you? Yeah, this guy is something else, isn't he? You keep mentioning hardcore. What does it even mean to you? Let's change the subject. So you're advocating a noise-based society.
Many non-Occidental cultures share a beat at their art. Thus, they are closer to true hardcore life. There's just never been enough of them, and they had to rely on some extremely basic percussion.
You keep mentioning hardcore. What does it mean to you?
Utmost dedication. Thoughts from the spinal cord. It's a potent superlative as well.
Okay.
The term also signifies certain varieties of pornography that depict penetration, just so you know.
The term that also signifies... Okay. Yeah.
Egghead usually has a better concept of the hardcore. He just really likes saying hardcore.
I'm sure he does, yeah. The term hardcore also denotes a strain of pornography that depicts penetration. Did you know that? That was vague. Dedication, something else, superlative. Thank you for clearing that up. You know what?
That's a pretty hardcore coincidence, don't you think?
If Encyclopedia brings it up, then I will bring it up. But, yeah. Egghead, of course, all in on that. Alright, let's change the subject then.
Sure thing.
Internalize the hardcore aesthetic. Don't just nod along, really feel it. Nah. I don't know. What's with the clothes?
They're hardcore.
You look like a woman with those earrings. That's it. Okay then. That's it?
They're just clothes.
Are they? They look outlandish. I thought there would be more to it. Okay then. I thought there would be more to it.
Style, you know, normal hard style. Anyone can wear it.
I mean, sure, obviously. Alright, take care, Noid. Okay, let's see if we can turn off the music so we can interact with Suna better. Well, where are all the people? Ah, that's the whole of somewhat silence. Oh, what do we have back here? Their drug lab, wonderful. Maybe we can take some of those with us. Those Nosafed bottles. Okay, no, we already got one from them. I guess this is not going to be a stash to stack up. This looks like a tiny chemistry lab. Cool, so this is where they've set up the drug lab. Okay. Let's run over to him. Can you turn it off for a second, please?
Back to the heavyweight jam.
Says the young man from behind his mixing desk. Lung-shaped trees growing on his silver belt buckle.
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
I don't know what to say to that.
Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. I am the rearranger.
Man, what? Okay, sure, bud. I believe you. What a strange guy. And you? Do you have something? Come on, man. Let's talk to you. Do you have anything to say to that?
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000.
He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner. That seems like a death trap, to be honest.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now, the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honours, detective?
Okay, what do you propose as the name, Andre?
The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Okay.
Andre's overthinking it.
Says the girl with the microphone.
Yes, you should do it, detective. It
The
would be
speed-
good
oh,
for the signs.
I'm sure it would.
Lloyd's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
Kim, how would you name the club?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
Typical
An
Kim.
underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Estelle. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
I think I've come up with a name.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Disco Elysium, no truce with the Furies, Ravishal West. Let's try and see if they think Disco Elysium is a good name.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead.
Thank you for that, Eggman.
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Well, nice. A light beam washes over the dance floor, bathing it in violet blue.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
Observe his movement. What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing.
He performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing.
Oh yeah, you're right. Disco does mean I learn in Latin. I had Latin in school, but that was a while ago. And to be honest, I was never particularly good at it. But now you say it, yes, that's true. It kind of means I learned paradise, yeah. It's a play on the real life term Disco Inferno, which means I learn through suffering. Okay. Good to know. Thank you for that, encyclopedia. We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing.
Yes, my man.
He jumps up and down with glee, his moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the club lights.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves?
Oh, is this gonna be a dance battle? Okay, because this game world is known as Elysium. Disco Elysium in context means I learn the world, which is quite fitting for the amnesiac protagonist. Good point, good point. I didn't think of that. Nice, thank you for that.
Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better. But there's a noticeable lack of something.
I've been meaning to ask you what's with the hair. I'm not gonna attempt, or should I? It's gonna be embarrassing as hell, but we have some healing charges, so we could try it, but first I'm gonna ask about the hair.
It's to express my individuality.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure, with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Or is it because you're balding?
Or because I'm balding, yes. I want to fuse the remains of my hair together before it leaves me. I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20.
How old are you, Andre?
Not 20.
Is it important for you to be an individual?
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes.
Well, fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway.
Screw it. Let's go for it.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond you.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose and truly dance, who knows what will happen?
Okay, so we can't right now. That's okay.
Goodbye, officer.
Goodbye, Andre. Now, to you. Do you have anything to say, Estelle?
She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns to you.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like, underwater inside a tree. And no, it's got nothing to do with Contact Mike.
I wasn't going to...
No. I actually wanted to thank you for getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are.
How's everyone doing?
Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sauna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much, and the crab man hasn't shown himself, thank God.
Now can you tell me about your associates?
Sure. You helped us out. I can repay the favour. What do you want to know?
Oh, sorry. Tell me about Suna, please.
Oh, she's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today she told me about Welkins, and she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic.
And what about Tiago?
Oh, the crab man. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. But he doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafters. I just tried to stay away from the crab man. But he talks to Noid. They seem to have some thing going on.
Oh, he talks to Noid? What for?
Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess.
What does he do up there?
Who knows? He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do, yell up at the tower?
Thanks, about the others.
Who do you want to know about?
Andre this time around.
Andre? He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least. He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organizer.
What has he organized?
Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know?
On life, on his mother's love. Relax, girl, we're police officers, but we're corrupt, rotten to the marrow. You can tell us about drugs and shit, I don't give a fuck. High on life?
Yes. Anyway.
Could it be that he's balding? Him thinking it's his... could it be that he's balding, him thinking that it's his last chance?
Come to think of it, yes. He's in some kind of a self-destruction mode with that hair of his. Bleaching it like that. Probably wants to get rid of it altogether.
Is Andre your boyfriend?
Yes.
She knows. Okay, tell me about the others.
Who do you want to know about?
Noid.
He's a four-burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forberg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Elysium. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle.
What does he do?
What do you mean do? Like for a living?
Yes, or no, I meant for breakfast, of course for a living. Yes.
He's a carpenter, trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that. In a shop somewhere.
Is that because of his beliefs? The hardcore and the ribs, the spinal cord and stuff?
Not to sound too dramatic, but I wouldn't make light of his belief system when he's around. Noid's a serious person. He's serious about the lifestyle.
What is this pilgrimage you're talking about?
It's just something poor Fallberg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street, up to Jamrock. Or as much as possible.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering.
Let's say I haven't been down Boogie Street. Oh, I'm sorry, I have not told you that I'm a raging alcoholic who recently drank himself into an oblivion so deep he can't even remember what sounds... he can't even remember what sounds like the biggest street in the city. Sure, let's go with it.
No?
Well, I am.
Okay. Then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people.
I might just do that if I make it there alive.
Yeah.
She says, then opens her mouth like she's about to add something but doesn't. Actually, tell me about the others.
Who do you want to know about?
Egghead this time.
What do you mean?
What does he think he's doing when he yells all that stuff? Where's he from? How long has he been with you guys? What does he think he's doing when he yells all that stuff?
Oh, that. He's the party boy.
What's a party boy?
And Nordic music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward. No offense if you like rock music though. Rock music's cool by me.
Pachoo, pachoo, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps.
Goddamn right, rock music is the coolest. Rock music forever. No offense taken, go on. You don't have to tell me rock is backwards. I'm the future man. I abandoned rock in the 30s. Stupid rock. And spit. I'm not gonna actually spit here, of course. Sure.
Okay. Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you... Anyway.
He looks around, a little embarrassed of the enthusiasm of his interjection. Where's he from? How long has he been with you guys?
Actually, we don't know where he's from. Or who he is, really.
I mean, judging by the accent, he's from the Germany equivalent of this world, I suppose? At least he sounds like it.
One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Fallberg. Or maybe even Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City.
The worst of the banlieues. A wretched heap of closed-down mines, even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope of Montmartin, the remotest possible area of Revachol. No one even wants to exploit those people anymore.
Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning, all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines. There were mines? Yeah, it was in Coal City. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us, or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine. People are sweet.
She says quietly.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two.
Okay, tell me about the others.
Who do you want to know about?
Actually, do tell me about yourself.
Me? Again?
Alright, she told us about herself. Yes, I forgot. Tell me about yourself.
I told you, I'm a silver bird.
There's that phrase again. really reminds you of something.
What does that mean?
It means I don't answer questions about myself.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Thank you. Some other
Sure.
questions? Nah, we're gonna wait until we have higher stats for that. Actually, that's it for now. Let's talk to Suna now. Maybe we can do something. Where did that O with the squiggle come on?
Yes.
No, that's not
What
it.
is it?
How's the project going?
What?
Oh, okay, right.
What? I can't hear you. The music is too loud.
The project, how is it going?
Oh, the project. It's not going well.
Why?
There's that guy. I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers.
Why don't you just ask him?
He doesn't listen to me. He only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yekukata. A place to be, apparently.
I'll speak to him, see what I can do.
Thanks. Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes.
She does jazz hands to mock him.
Let me know how it goes.
Alrighty then. Let's do that real quick. Hopefully, we actually manage to get through to him.